Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's the microphone's good. All right, so I can store this into the pocket. So I'm testing the microphones again today. Last time I was doing the mono audio. So today I'm gonna test the stereo audio and see how that goes, because I have 2 microphones plugged with me. So regardless, welcome back to Greenwood Adventures. Today I'm at the Northbrook Street slope. Today is a second Christmas day, so Merry Christmas to everyone. Even though I'm not myself a Christian, I am a pagan myself. Regardless, I'm wishing you all the best, and I really wish that you received the gifts, the love from your close ones, and I really hope that you're gonna finally get to experience some joy or relax in your free time. As for myself, I received a very nice gift recently, unexpectedly. I got a shout out from the Absolute Garbage channel, which is quite a big channel. I really was not expecting any of that. Ian, I really appreciate your shout outs. You didn't really have to do it. Regardless, I really appreciate what you've done, and honestly, you probably gave me like the best Christmas gift. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly set up, and before I start, I actually want to show you what kind of a mess we have today over here. So obviously, since now it's Christmas week, all the council staff are completely off, and look how bad this street is over here. So we have a massive fly tip situation over here. A bunch of people dumped some rubbish over here. So maybe at the end I'm going to carry some of these bags to the bin, even though the bin itself is piled properly today as well. And looks like we have a lot of littering in this spot, and we found ourselves a bike tire over here. So we're gonna leave this one by the bin for the Canal Trust to collect it. And yeah, lots of huge updates coming out in general. I'm starting to develop my character myself in terms of personality. Yeah, so what I wanted to say is that I have applied to the Birmingham Council to do basically voluntary work, mainly because I really want to get some bags from them. That's the only reason. So I could have ability to leave the bags somewhere by the road sign or somewhere under the lamp, just so they could come and collect it. But that's the only reason I applied. And of course, if you're long-term viewers, you probably already know just how, like, I've been basically very egotistic at the very start. Not egotistic in a way, like I really was trying to push out the individualism personality, I guess, in a way. But I realized that fighting alone this whole war is not gonna really work. What I'm trying to say that I'm going to humble myself quite a lot, because I just realized that winning alone here, things not gonna change here. So I decided to, take part in Birmingham Council, take part with the Canal Trust, humble myself completely, because honestly, showing anger consistently, it's just not healthy for myself as well. Yeah, so I just decided to basically continue evolve myself, and you can tell from my previous videos that I'm gonna be very hypocritical at this stage. But all I want to say is just I'm turning my own character for the good, because obviously I do want to have a very good reputation, and I will try to not insult any of the companies or the Canal Trust or the councils, because obviously I'm not gonna gain much favor for that. Even though my whole goal is realistically to just expose what kind of a situation we have here in Birmingham. Like, I don't want to sound angry all the time, so obviously I'm going to try to pacify my own character over here and just basically mature. The thing is, most of you don't know, I am 26 at the moment, so I am a young fella who decided to take action for Mother Nature instead of going into protest with those lefties, as they call, and achieve absolutely nothing. I decided to, start taking my own action, become like quite influential, and my main focus obviously is the younger folk with this channel, to influence younger generations, to show that it's not like very embarrassing thing to do, to come here and pick up litter. It's quite actually fun. And we found ourselves fine coin. I found myself a 5 cents over here. So the work is being paid off for us little by little. But Northbrook Street slope over here is in a very horrible situation. So if I'm gonna look up over here, if you remember, I've cleaned most of this slope from my very last part, but now it's completely just littered to the teeth. So as I like to say, this spot over here regenerated with loot. And today I'm going to come over here, decided to come over here mainly because I was doing some uni work and I just got bored of it, and I decided, you know what, I'll just, instead of doom scrolling through Instagram or just brain rotting at home doing absolutely nothing, I decided to come out here and just spend my time meaningfully, I guess. And at the same time, today is a very, very beautiful day. Today is Friday, I believe, and so yeah, today is a very beautiful day, very calm. It's accepted that it's a little bit cold, but nevertheless, it's a very beautiful day, and I just got this calling, like from Mother Nature herself, to just come over here and clean, basically. And at the same time, it actually finally dried out quite a bit, so I will be able to work with the slope today, finally, because I wasn't able to do it during the past few weeks, because it was constantly raining here in Birmingham, at least. And the days were horrible, lots of stress from undone university work, even though I'm slowly kind of started to realize that what I'm doing with university is something that I don't really want to do, or it's just that assignments are so boring that they're not rewarding to work on them, basically. So I decided to come over here and spend 2 hours maybe over here, collect quite a bit of a good amount of litter, just see what kind of stuff has blown over here. Now, of course, last time I was working here with the green bags, and the green bags were actually a lot smaller, so I was able to roll them down the hill quite easily. I don't know how things gonna go with these white bags, because they're basically long and narrow and quite light, which allows me to stay agile. It's a lot easier to work with them for now, especially now that I'm on a slope which is at 45 degrees angle, I would say. So I'm running quite a risk to slip down again, even though I fell here in this spot like multiple times already. Since I'm wearing a proper shoes today, I should be able to stay put. Actually, now I've just slid down. So I'm just going to grab onto a tree, climb myself up, and just enjoy myself, really. Just come relax, got nothing better to do anyways. But yeah, we're basically evolving, or at least I am evolving. Obviously, I'm trying to become more mature, because obviously, you know, screaming constantly about like, oh, these people don't do anything, it's not gonna achieve anything. You all know that already, so there's no point for me to keep kicking the dead horse, you know. So obviously I'm gonna tone down a lot more, just mature, really. It looks like we have some syringe packages over here, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, fixed needle syringe. Oh no. Okay, so there's a chance that there might be a syringe over here already. And I'm not happy because I haven't brought myself a container to put them into. So if I'm gonna find one over here, I won't be able to dispose of it, unfortunately. But yeah, it looks like this litter over here has been blown over here by the wind, because there's like a street ahead of me over here. I'll show you soon. All right, actually now. So there's like a street that goes straight over here, and these fences are not blocking anything, so most of the stuff just gets blown over the fence and down into the canal. And that's what the main problem is about this area. Now, I would send this image to the council, and I would just probably ask them to put some kind of a finer fencing over here, so most of the stuff would get stuck in front of the fence and not get blown into the slope over here. So that would be my solution, just add some kind of a fine fencing over here, so none of the stuff would get blown into here anymore and end up in the canal. You know, it's just like one of those tiny solutions that could just save so much money in the long run. But we all know what's happening with the management, don't we? You all know what's going on over here in Birmingham, at least. And I'm not being negative, obviously. It's just sad, basically, that these kind of things happen. There's so many easy problems to fix, and many choose not to fix them at all. Hey, you know, content for me, free content for me, scoring points with Mother Nature. I'm just showing you that basically there are like so many easy problems to fix. It's just not many people choose to take action about them. So I'm just going to take care of this corner for now. I'm gonna slowly move ahead to the main hotspot where there's lots of rubbish bags left again. Northbrook Street folk over here, they are very experts at fly tipping over here at this point. Very experienced, very notorious fly tippers over here live, unfortunately. And the evidence is in my previous videos. You're gonna pretty much see the same thing anyways, so might as well just stay here, enjoy this video, because it's the latest recording. And yeah, as you can see, like all of these soils over here are like extremely littered with plastic. And let's just pull something out. Yeah, you see, just a bunch of stuff left in soil, buried in soil, and things are not beautiful over here. Very deep into the soil. Bunch of candy wraps, plastic, whatever. It's a bit cold today, so touching soil already freezes my hands over here. I'm just going to pull stuff that is a bit too obvious. It's proper rooted with the roots as well over here. That's how bad the situation here is. Now I really need to be careful over here because I might slip actually. So by the spring probably there's going to be a lot more soil exposed, and the wind is blowing to my side over here, so maybe it will help to uncover some of the littering even more. The street over here is called Wigan Street, which is quite odd name for the street. Wigan. It's W-I-G-G-I-N Street. And this street is just facing straight into the canal, and the fencing over here, as I mentioned before, like it has gaps where a bunch of litter can just blow through it and potentially end up in the canal over time. So if Canal Trust or Birmingham Council, if any of you are watching this video, just put a fine fencing over here, a finer fencing, at least at the bottom part, and you will save a lot of potential littering ending up in the canal. So like, it's such an easy problem to fix. If you know that people are littering, from the council perspective, I would just charge the people extremely with the council tax, mainly because they are producing a lot of littering over here, unfortunately. Wigan Street, Northbrook Street, all that area, I would just increase the tax rate and just tell them specifically in the email, through the email, that your taxes are being raised because you live like pigs. So if you weren't gonna clean up your street by this time, then the rates are gonna increase. And that's it, problem solved. Most people then start probably taking action and say like, oh my God, I don't want to be charged. Then they're gonna start cleaning streets and see, no violence. Simple solution. You can use legal rights, legal things to fix things. And at the same time, if they won't gonna clean, then the council gonna get more money. And there you go, win-win. A legal way to get money. If you don't clean your place, you're gonna get charged. It's just simple as that. And many people actually would agree probably with my solution. If your street is clean, then we're gonna reduce the tax. But if your streets are extremely littered, then we're gonna probably double the tax, depending on how much litter there is in here. And that's it, problem solved. And over time you'll see that, and it's gonna be a win-win situation regardless. So we got my first bag full already. So what I'm going to do is climb down carefully. And I'm not gonna actually roll this bag, I'm just going to deposit it properly, just onto the soil. So pick up some pieces from here, and we're gonna put this bag down.
Well done.
Hello, thank you. Oh, we found a bone over here. Probably some from animal. Anyways, first bag complete finally, and we already have one side fairly clean now. So yeah, today is currently time. I think it's 1 p.m. now, because I can hear the bells from the Birmingham city center. ringing out. And you probably can hear it as well, depending on how the microphones are working. I'm gonna climb back up again. There we go. Gonna pull a bunch of branches down because branches can cause slipper effect because of how they are angled down. It looks like my stomach decided to finally turn on itself. Good. Because yesterday I was eating a lot of junk because obviously we were celebrating the Christmas, even though I myself, as I said before, I was raised with Christian values. I'm not Christian myself, I am pagan. I'm mother naturist, basically, simply explained. Self-invented religion in a way. The rule of the free kind of thing. And a very, very strong belief that the Mother Nature herself is a god or goddess. And what is this? Kerosene 4. Anyone has idea what is this? Kerosene. I hope it's not some kind of a illegal plant, because apparently last time we found some evidence where there was a lot of littering with illegal plant growing stuff. Yeah, lots of branches over here. So we're gonna clean up this slope properly today. Anyways, back to the religions. So yeah, I'm not Christian in a way. I am Mother Naturist, so I believe that the Mother Nature basically is the goddess, like a creator of life or whatnot. So I have a little bit different beliefs, but so if you're really interested in that, into like my ideologies, I guess, just leave a comment down below and I can then in the future go into depth what I really believe. One belief that I have is the rule of the seed and soil applies to the males and females, that in order to create life there has to be this duality between male and female. Traditional roles, because obviously without that tradition life will not be able to be reproduced in a way. And at the same time, I have upgraded my belief in the rule of the free, which is a completely different version now that I have. And it's basically that every action you take has some kind of a consequence. It's that kind of a belief. Essentially, like a 7 deadly sins orbiting the karma. If the people are gonna steer away from the center, then they're gonna fall into the sin and they're gonna face consequences of some kind. Easiest explanation, if you eat too much, then you're gonna get fat or whatever. That's gluttony. So, you know, like it's very grounded in reality, and it's just those kind of things. But I just need to find the right words for it, because obviously when it comes to speaking for me, even though I noticed that my speaking patterns have improved quite a lot, overall I would say that I have still very bad tongue at the moment. Like it's hard to form cohesive, like proper sentences that make sense, you know? And oh my goodness, look at that. We have some first bloomers over here. If you see over here, this plant, we have some flowers, spring flowers blooming out. I think it's a bit too early for them, to be honest, because we're still in the middle of the winter, even though it is not cold, like a very good condition for them to start sprouting out. But it's so interesting to see all this. And yeah, this log over here that is fallen, I actually need to probably rip it down somehow. So I'm going to try and do that. Once I'm gonna collect some of the littering from here, and maybe we're gonna pull out this big tree over here. And we found ourselves a spoon, a baby spoon, probably a toy. Lots of branches are over here. So yeah, I'm tossing them on the path at the moment. So some people are gonna kick them hopefully to the side and not get too much bored about them. So yeah, I'm going to try to check if I can actually move this tree out from the soil, because this tree is holding a lot of littering underneath. Unfortunately, I just believe that it's broken or just twisted and fallen down. Looks like we have new branches sprouting out over here. They're very green, very cute. Let's see. Yeah, this thing is, can't tell if it's stuck in the soil or not. It's still in the ground, so axe is would be very useful over here at this point. So I'm going to check this brick over here that I have found stuck in the soil. Oh my god, look, lots of crap stuck in here, unfortunately. This we just gonna try to wobble it out, because it would be nice to get rid of this tree actually. And just pull it down. Actually, we can. But what I need to do is simply lift it first. Okay, some branches are rotten, so yeah, this thing over here is dead. And once we're gonna lift it, we're just gonna twist it on itself. And like that, it slipped out. So I'm going to quickly slide down with my great agility, and then just pull this thing down. I'm having fun over here. Oh, it's just hooked itself on the bush. Okay, there we go. And the tree is out. Health and safety, by the way. We got the tree down, so I'm actually going to move this tree and leave it right over here. Then I'm gonna cut off the branch. Whew. There we go. Branch cut off, so it shouldn't get into anyone's way anymore. Such a good tool this is when it comes to litter picking. There we go. Just trim the tree. Gonna keep this in the pocket. Yeah, at least we got the tree out of the way. And we're gonna climb back up again. There we go, tree out. We're gonna clean up this spot properly, it seems like today. Since I'm getting a little bit recognized by the other litter pickers, I was thinking maybe someday, maybe in the future or in the spring, maybe we might be pulling out some kind of a collabs or something. I wouldn't really be minding that. And oh my god, I'm exhausted a little bit from pulling that tree out. Really putting in hard work in here. That's the power of young people, huh? Imagine if you put like 5 of me in here. What kind of a magic we could perform over here. Lots of junk underneath the leaves over here, so I'm going to gather everything with the leaves just to get rid of as much as possible. It's easier to pick up stuff when you just grab everything. And see, more flowers over here are blooming now, so that's very cute, very cute. Just need to find myself a right footing over here right now. So yeah, just lots of chips packets over here that have been dumped, and probably by wind carry them in here. We pulled out a tree, so that's good, and we're just generally cleaning the place. Why not? Get rid of as much plastic as possible, because I believe once the season's gonna properly dry out, then all the leaves are gonna either get blown away from here, and once that's gonna happen, then the all plastic bits that were loose under the soil, they're gonna end up in the canal eventually, because all of the junk over time just slides down. And obviously during the spring it will be a lot harder to work here in, probably because all this area is going to be probably covered in grass, and nothing much will be visible anymore, since now most of the bushes and grasses are dead, so a lot of more junk is exposed. First pipeline of the litter over here is unfortunately the streets. Then they just end up somewhere in the slopes, and their final destination is most likely the canals. And canals don't have any protection, unfortunately, against the litter. Even though they could just probably install some kind of a filtering systems, you know, like catching filters, and that could drastically reduce the littering. But I'm not sure how much they cost. This is what was left behind the tree over here. So you see, it just lots of plastic have accumulated over here, lifting my arm a lot over here, and it's going numb a little bit. Burning calories over here, family celebrations and stuff like that. So now I just came here to burn some calories, do some good, relax, I would say if there's any like some kind of a more popular litter picking channels that are giving me a shout out, I really appreciate that, even though you don't really have to do that. It surprised me the fact that some people came to my comments randomly and just be like, hey, I came from this channel because he shouted out you or something like that. I'm like, oh wow, oh, that's cute. And it honestly, like, it surprised me basically in a pleasant way. So I really appreciate all the shout outs, even though you don't really have to do it. So yeah, thank you Ian from Absolute Garbage 007, I believe, if I remember the name channel. I'm gonna put him in the description probably. If you want, you can go check him out. There we go. And there's lots of, ooh, that's not good. Wow, okay. A whole piece of plastic buried under the soil with lots of bugs, unfortunately. Destroyed their home, but they have lots of leaves to use as their home, so it's fine. Plastic is not natural for them. Okay, and my second bag is full now. I guess I'm not productive as today, or maybe just the white bags are more, they have more space compared to the green ones that I used over here. But yeah, I'm going to climb down because I'm not gonna roll this bag, obviously. So I'm just going to quickly, there we go. 2 bags secured. Slow progress, I guess. I was hoping to check out to the middle spot. And actually, you know what? I'm going to do that, exactly that. Because there's a lot of new litter that appeared, unfortunately, because people over here are still dumping things. Still dumping things. It would be really nice to get someone in contact with the council so I could report this kind of a behavior. Look what these Northbrook Street people are doing. Maybe you should consider charging them or something. Teach them a lesson. What do we have here? Why do we have a shell of a clam over here? We found a clam shell over here. Out of all things. Okay. Lots of plastic bits in the branches. Found a sponge over here. That's really strange. Lots of sweets over here. Monster energy drink flattened completely by a car on the road, and it ended up in here by the wind. So litter telling a story over here. Nothing's new, unfortunately. Nothing's new. And whoa, look at this over here. We found ourselves a cloth buried under the soil, and this cloth has been for ages over here. And pull it out. There we go. Someone's piece of clothing over here that has been here for a while. So it really makes me wonder just how much junk there is underneath the soil itself if we're pulling these old clothings over here. Someone's having a fun time over here. Glass bottle over here stuck in the soil. Oh wow, that's like an old milk probably bottles. Very ancient discovery over here. I'm going to check what's going on over here actually, because it looks like we have a lot of things over here. Oh wow, look at that. Someone's car key thing dumped over here. So let's check if the battery is still inside. I'm gonna put it in the pocket just in case. Let's continue with this adventure over here, since we have lots of new stuff over here. Lots of bags suspiciously wrapped. Oh wow, this place has properly reaccumulated with lots of junk. Oh no, this is not good. This is very bad actually. What's this? Plastic bits. So we have a lot of cable, stripped cable, rubber. So that's evidence definitely of the, I'm pretty sure most of you people know what kind of a people steal copper. I believe that these cables came from the construction site and they stripped the cable to sell it, and found ourselves a fanny pack dumped on the branch over here. And look, yeah, it's probably one of those people that actually look like they litter over here. You can just tell them by seeing them basically. And the fanny pack doesn't seem like it contains anything inside. over here, except some DNA probably. Yeah, it's just empty. Doesn't feel like it has anything inside. But yeah, fanny pack discovered, and some wood bits. Lots of cable littered over here. Like, why can't you just put those things into the bag? Why do you have to dump them over the fence? Like, it just shows that it came from this exact house. Like, it's the people are not that smart over here. Like, it's still easy to tell that this litter came from you, whomever lives in this street. And yeah, I did one interview with one lady over here last time, and they said that it's the gypsies that do this. And yeah, I can confirm, based on my own experience, that it's these kind of folk over here that live. So it's the gypsies, unfortunately. Lots of wood over here as well. Okay, we need to wait for the person to pass. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Okay. There we go. These people are just so slow. Okay. Let's just get rid of some of these cables over here, I guess. I can confidently say that this cable has been dragged over here by some people of the gypsy persuasion. Lots of stolen things probably just dumped over here. Because security in this country, at least from what I've seen, they don't even bother to tackle people if they just literally, the machines are beeping by the store entrance. They just don't bother to do anything about it, which is quite funny. Yeah, this litter has been here for ages. So yeah, some people that live over here, based of the all things that I'm observing, it's probably the number 52 Northbrook Street is people that live on that house litter a lot. The Art of War, we discovered some kind of a small book, The Art of War, Know the City, 1516. That's about probably Birmingham. I have no idea what city. No idea. Anyways, old books. So much for intelligence, huh? An item of wisdom has been dumped into the slope over here. Whoever did it is not very wise. You can read all the books all you want, but intelligence, it seems to be very low. And yeah, lots of makeup stuff over here dumped, like nail paints, polish, whatever. Lots of stuff over here dumped, unfortunately. Beauty products, basically. Not good, not good. Then we have this kind of a situation over here. I'm gonna pull out this diaper over here. There we go. This bag now has a lot of heavy stuff. A lot of heavier stuff. But the fact that they just came here to dump their like stripped copper wires, why not just get a job? Why play with these cable strippings over here? Why play with such cheap things like copper? And we found some coins over here. Okay. So we found some coins over here. 10 cents and 2 cents. Well, currency for me, why not? Sure, I'll take it. And I found a very small necklace thing over here. Some kind of a thing. Nice, very nice. I would just include this row of the buildings that most likely are participating into the destruction of nature. Complete and secure this bag, but at the same time I'm going to pick up this tablespoon over here that I found. A nice decent tablespoon just dumped away. And look at that, a copper pipe, a copper L-shaped pipe. So they stripped the copper, but they still managed to litter with some copper pipe over here. Explain me that. Through the bushes and gently place my bag down so it wouldn't break. There we go, good. I'm gonna come back up again through the bushes, just on the edge at least. Never mind, it fell down. That's fine too. Hoping not on the road, obviously. I'm being considerate. But yeah, Northbrook Street, some folk over here need to like receive heavy charges. Heavy charges. Like, it's so easy to tell where this litter coming from. They're super lazy. They don't bother even to get rid of their evidence. That just literally screams it's just their evidence of littering. So if the council could just come over here, slap heavy charges on them, I believe the problem would get solved instantly. But yeah, the fact that the people grew up without any like civic manners, it's just so interesting to me to observe this kind of a wildlife of humanity. I mean, sure, they're practicing their free will, and I respect that. But that's the problem. They're practicing their free will without any consequences. Obviously, they will face consequences in their afterlife because God doesn't need people who litter. It's just that kind of a logic I have. If you litter, then how do you expect to end up in heaven when you live like a porky, little porky? That's the funny thing. Yeah, it's a shame basically that this place is filled with littering kind of people, providing me content. I wish they didn't, but it is what it is. Pick up the most obvious stuff from here. As you can see, there's still a lot of cotton left in here, creating a very disgusting scene over here. I'm gonna pick up this brick and toss it back over the fence. Lots of cigarette droppings, so smokers taking a huge L in general anyways. And lots of littering over here. Sponges, house littering. Just hopefully she ain't gonna bother me much. Yeah, lots of evidence of crime over here, honestly. Especially with this stupid cotton over here. I'm going to collect some of it to reduce the amount. I noticed myself that I work like I have ADHD, honestly. Like, I pick up a little bit in one spot, pick up a little bit in the other spot. It's just like chaotic work. I mean, still get most of the work done, but it's just such a chaotic way, I guess, that I have. I found a cap over here, very well worn. That's crazy. Bended this box like this, put it in the bag. But yeah, there's still a lot of like basically places where unfortunately there's a ton of littering, and unfortunately this litter, at least in this spot, it just keeps regenerating. Found a jar over here, that's cool. Some cups, and this is new. This is definitely new. Some kind of a wallpaper, I guess. Yeah, it looks like wallpaper. So very interesting. Yeah, it is wallpaper. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna fill in the bag then, I guess, again. And I bet most people will think that this is some kind of a service of council that came here to work. That's not the case. Just me having fun myself. They give me content, basically. Okay, I'm going to go all the way down. Pick up this stick as well. Yeah, that's the best thing when things dry out. I can just be more agile in this area. Obviously, most people would not risk the slope work at all, which I completely understand, because there is a risk of falling down, which like I just almost did, and falling onto some kind of a glass shard or something like that. So, you know, there are risks, and I am aware of them. Overall, at the moment, I'm pretty chill. Okay, let's just check what's going on over here, because I unfortunately have eyes and saw something very disgusting over there. Let's see. That's a hose. That's a hose handle, probably. Yeah, more jars. And more cable dumped over here. And we found there's lipstick, some cardboard, some plastic bits. I'm going to move over here. It's good to see that the branch is finally able to go up, even though I would probably trim them, cut a few of them out to not block the way over here. But this is what I discovered over here. Lots of balloons over here. Unfortunately. And looks like I have missed one weed basket over here that was dumped over here. So I'm going to pull this one out. Oh wow, this one ripped. Okay, so I'm going to rip this one apart and place it into my bag. So there we go. Weed growing baskets. A concrete block, gonna go back to the fence. And yeah, I really want to get rid of these balloons over here. So I'm going to pull them out. It's annoying that these things happen. Producing a lot of littering. Oof. And it's so annoying. Yeah, that's basically what I saw in this area that annoyed me the most, because it's like just so obvious, you know. There, so found some glass, good. I'm gonna pop all these balloons open. There we go. And it's really funny to see how some people now come out of their houses and they look at me like so strange. I really hope that they're gonna feel disgusted by all this, just seeing me cleaning this place. Even though I'm rocking a vest with myself, so I look a little bit official. And there we go. We got rid of the balloons. Now we can start digging through this spot a little bit. Get rid of some stuff more, and we're gonna toss this bag down. One more diaper over here dumped, and a vodka bottle. Because why not? Alcoholics gotta be showing me that they still exist. Participating in sin of lust. And someone's shirt. Something that's a bit newer stuff that just appeared. All right, more bottles, jars, never mind. And some kind of a hoodie. So I'm going to leave it down here for now. Okay, we got some diapers over here. A lot of them actually over here. That's a 1 diaper. Diaper number 2. Diaper number 3, very heavy one. Okay, it's gonna roll down. So diaper number 3 then. I'm gonna keep this one. Pick up another one later. And my bag is full over here. Unfortunately, there's more diapers over here. All right, so now we're gonna carry this bag all the way down. Seems like my slope spot here became littered again. Last time when I cleaned it, I left it clean. But it seems like now it just became a little bit littered again. All right. We're gonna continue with these diaper calculations. Come on, open up. For the love of Mother Nature. There we go. All right, more diapers. Not used, this one, good. And some spray for the car, so chemical. Just hazardous stuff. Okay, one more diaper over here. Oh yeah. Small diaper and another diaper over here. Lots of diapers in here, actually. Whoa, I just slipped. Branches, go down, please. There we go. We've got some bottles and cans that finally revealed themselves once the... Yeah, those are all ancient ones as well. Lots of stuff in here. Okay. Lots of tiles, stone tiles just tossed in here. This place is supposed to be green only. Why? Because I said so. Okay, we found my mother's weapon over here. A slipper over here. Very huge weapon, very dangerous weapon. But yeah, it's just some other weapons that somehow gains like 100% accuracy when it's wielded by a woman. Very dangerous. And it incites fear. Okay, diaper 1, diaper 2, diaper 3, diaper 4. Man, lots of diapers. There's a whole diaper bag over here dumped. Now we know where it came from. The whole diaper bag over here. I'm gonna toss this coat all the way down. And I'm going to actually go over here now, pick up some stuff from here. Bunch of plastic bits. There's more balloons over here, unfortunately. More celebratory stuff over here. Cat food. Yep, cat food. Packets dumped over here. Do they not have bins in the home? Like, what's going on? Like, these people are so stupid in here, it seems. And we have another diaper over here. And I'm actually going to check what is going on over here. Oh my goodness. There's going on a lot over here. And another diaper we have over here. More diapers. Oh, one diaper just burst and now it's spilling out the jelly or whatever. Oh la la. That's what we have here is not very beautiful indeed. And it's very dangerous in here actually. Branches. Okay. All right. It honestly feels like junkyard at this point. People treat this place like a junkyard. It's very strange. It seems like this spot over here specifically, it's not going to heal. It's not going to get healed because there's like active littering going on in here, unfortunately. This place can be considered as a cursed place at this point. And we found another clothing over here. I'm gonna dump it there for now. I'm gonna pick up this bag from here so they wouldn't hang on the branches like a flag of disgustingness. And we found a coat hanger with the same bag from the next, so it's probably stolen merchandise. So there we go. Litter tells the story, and it's unfortunately the same story. Once you will know what kind of people live here, everything just will start making sense. Everything. So that's very, very annoying. Ah, there we go. One more bag complete. Super quick in this spot right here. Oh, this one smells bad. Something smells bad here. It's because the diaper. I just uncovered the diaper. Whoopa. There we go. Please don't break. Good, good, very good. Drag this coat down as well. Sticks down, going down. This stone pile goes down as well. To check what's going on in here. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, this spot specifically at least, and I'm sure that there's a lot of more spots somewhere else, everywhere, honestly. It just contains a lot of stuff, a lot of loot, a lot of treasure. Too bad at the moment, not much of a exciting stuff going on. Maybe because it's just like a bunch of common littering. Just a bunch of chips bags, some kind of a plasterboard, construction littering, and lots of bags and lots of plastic just underneath the leaves. Pick as much stuff as possible, heal this place a little bit, and probably in the next month it's going to be even worse because we have active litterers here basically in the Northbrook Street, and it's so evident. Just they're so relaxed, they don't care so much because they just don't get, they don't face any consequences in here. And that's why they feel so free now, just to literally litter and don't care. That's the kind of a behavior we have, unfortunately, in here. Glass shards as well in here. And the trees cracking above me. Probably trying to communicate with me. Okay. It looks like the mushroom disappeared from here. But now we have some new blades growing over here. Actually start using this route underneath the tree. Oh wow, look this bush seems to be hiding quite a lot of treasures as well in here. Not good. So it looks like this Northbrook Street slope situation is horrible, very horrible. But yeah, as I said, people need to get charged over here. Oh, this diaper smells bad. It means that it's probably very fresh. One more diaper here. Diaperer. My hand hurts now. Just how much I picked. Yeah, it's just going numb from pressing so much all the time. Oh yeah, this bag smells disgusting. Got some bag with cans inside. And got some plastic bags. What is this? So there we go, weed littering. Shoe sole, more bottles. And we have lots of, what is that? That's the lamp probably thing. Decor with some butterflies. Okay, that's just stupid. And we have a mop bucket thing, probably. And we have more furniture. Oh, that's the flooring piece. Okay. Flooring piece and a chemical dumped over here. Adhesive sealer. So without, not even capped, by the way. Dumped. So beautiful, beautiful indeed. And we found ourselves a wallet. A wallet with some card inside. Well, well, well. Who is the litterer of the day? Unless it's a stolen one. Okay, gold membership, AA card. AA gold membership. I have no idea what this is. Roadside relay, home start mobile. Mr. Briggs joined at 2000. 2000, that's like old. We're skipping that one. More interesting cards, yeah, sure. More lore, more unique people. Another victim to my collection. Dexter style collection, but don't worry, it's not malicious. Yeah, I'm going to go and bring this bag down because now it's full as well. Bank looking card. Probably not a bank. AA, I don't know what AA means. It's like Alcoholics Anonymous or something. So if you know anything about that, please do let me know. The diapers smelling horrible in the bags. Oh, disgusting. Just get rid of this bag because it's stinky. It's smelly. Smelly. We fixed potential environmental hazards. I'm just hoovering these bags like crazy right now. Lots of noise pollution by the planes. Gonna pick up smaller bits from bottom parts over here for now, just to have like a very easy start, and then we're gonna climb up and pick up a lot of more junk to fill up. That's just how it goes over here. Loose bits at the bottom, insane bits at the top, just to get rid of as much as possible. And we're going to climb now up. What's this? Paint roll. Wow, at least they bothered to put it in the bag instead of just dumping it like it is. Wow. And we have another one over here, I believe. What is this? Yeah, paintbrush inside there in the bag. How nice. At least they considered, but still not good enough. And we found ourselves some kind of a medication bottle. No idea. Don't care. And we found another one of those jewelry things over here. Not sure what these are all about. Some kind of a strings or whatever. No idea. Okay. Tree over here accumulated some stuff over here. And we found ourselves a very long plastic over here. Look. Just plastic tape, I believe. I have no idea. Some plastic strings. So situation here is not beautiful whatsoever. Now we're gonna clean up this spot a little bit. Oh, this is very uncomfortable spot to work on because branches are very low over here, so I have to bend it down. But yeah, I'm using the trees as a support so I wouldn't roll myself down if I'm gonna misstep. Okay, poo bags over here, not good. Poo bags, lots of sticks. Lots of cans, lots of aluminum, sardines, containers, bottles. Pour them out. Lots of junk in here, unfortunately. There we go. Yeah, I'm just doing one spot and it already like has full bag filled. It's just millions of littering over here. We found some medication over here again. Some pills are not open. Amitriptyline. Why did those medications have such stupid names? Amitriptyline. I'm having a stroke. Amitriptyline. All these medications just have such weird names. Why not just call it what it is? Why not just simplify it? Forget about your science names. Just call it simple, what it is and what it does. And we found a very ancient shoe over here. Lots of junk in here, unfortunately. The fact that I'm kicking this ground over here and it feels like there's something underneath the soil, something loose. Some bottles of drinks. Okay, let's move on, I guess, a little bit up before we're gonna... Oh wow. It's because the tree roots probably are causing this loose soil effect. But it's just because the roots. That makes sense, yeah. Very risky, very dangerous. Lots of bottles over here as well. We're gonna get rid of as much as possible. Yeah. Christmas Day, by the way, with a lot of treasures. Lots of presents for me left over here. Unfortunately. Stick over here. And just say a little bit more and we're gonna finish this bag as well then. Yeah, these bags are filling up very quickly over here right now. Maybe because I just picked up my pace or something like that. But, branch. And look at that. Another card. EXP UK Service Limited. Diesel only. Fuel store. So, expires at 10/25. So it expired. There we go. Another criminal littering over here. Unless it's a stolen card. Well. Looks like I'm gonna increase my very non-malicious Dexter style collection. Someday, once I'm gonna probably quit doing this litter picking, I'm just gonna bring the entire album of cards to police so they could just do whatever they want with them. And I just discovered a pan over here. A massive weapon. A massive weapon. Those who know will know that a pan is a huge weapon. You can cause a lot of damage. Things are finally popping off. As I said, the higher you go, the higher tier loot will be spawned in this area. Oh yeah, and I found myself a bracelet that says, "With God, all things are possible." Matthew 19:26. I found it in the park while walking over here and decided to put it on. Because why not? Even though I haven't read the Bible myself at all. I just go on instinct and natural feeling. Oh Lord, this one ripped. Okay, not good. Yeah, I think this is my 7th bag now. Coming up. Quite a lot of litter over here. It will take a while to heal this place. But at the same time, knowing that there are at least 2 families probably that are actively littering in this area, I'm not gonna finish off this place. This place is gonna be continuous, unfortunately. Not like Summerfield Park. At least Summerfield Park is now low-key staying clean, even though there are some people who walk past and dump the cans of beer into the bushes. All right, let's climb up now. Slowly again, just from bottom to up. At least we're gonna remove the eyesore from this spot for some people, you know, because like it really is disgusting when you walk past and you see all this crap glowing on top of the hill over here. It really is annoying. Oops, sorry tree. Found something in the... What is that? Sorry tree. I found some kind of a... like a metallic drawer with a key. Maybe it's like a mini safe. It could be like a mini safe, I don't know. Half of the safe door. Interesting. Looks like we have some ancient littering in here. with a rake or some kind of excavator come over here and just dig out this entire place. Who knows what you might discover over here. Only trees know what probably stuff is buried underneath. Too bad I can't talk with them. Wish I could. Wish I could hear what kind of a disgusting people lived over here ages ago. What kind of a history this place holds. Obviously it's not a beautiful history. Nowhere near close to being the beautiful history. It looks like we have some first sprouts of British ivy over here. Looks like this is going to be my mission, to turn this entire slope into a jungle. And we found ourselves a battery over here. So there we go. And it's a bloated battery. That's not good. Well, we're gonna take care of it. Bring it to the store. More cable littering over here. Very annoying. Just hope that battery won't gonna explode in my pocket. Playing a very dangerous game right now today. Cable's gonna be absolute nightmare to deal with. But I will collect some of them, put them in the bags. And I'm good thing I'm recording this, so I could tell you already that this is not my cables. This is the theft of the people that live over here in Northbrook Street. This is their evidence of potentially stealing copper cables and stripping them and just selling the copper somewhere, because they're just that cheap. Instead of getting a proper job, they just use these niche stealing methods. I mean, good for them. They're practicing their free will, and of course they're choosing the thieving guild path, if we're talking in Skyrim terms, if you're familiar with that game. These people over here that live, they choose the thieving guild life quest, and we found ourselves another diaper. More junk over here, tossing branches down the hill. There we go. Found ourselves a shoe over here, a nice brown greenish shoe, a brown shoe that is becoming mossy. Very nice textures, very nice color palette. Lots of other bits of littering, and this spot is very difficult to walk in because there's branches blocking my view. I might be able to probably set my new record for the diapers discovered, even though I haven't kept track of them. I think one is just 10 or 11 currently. I think in this video there's going to be a lot more. Some kind of a clothing pieces, some paint from children, some cans, some more tin cans over here. And lots of burrows from rats probably, like over here if you can see. Oh, there's like very neatly made. So we have a hole here, a hole here, a hole here. So I think we have some rats over here nested as well. Well, since they know that people litter over here with lots of junk, so they probably decided to set up their camp over here. And they get provided with food. I'm going to pick up some diapers from here again. So we have one more diaper over here, plastic bag, some kind of a card, and another diaper right over here. Oh, this one is bursted, so we gotta be careful with this one. The jelly popped out and it smells bad. And we have tiny shoe over here, and bottle, another diaper that smells disgusting. Come on, there we go, diaper secured. Disgusting. And we found ourselves some tin foil over here. Remains of tin foil. The bag is heavy, so we're gonna climb down, pick up some smaller bits to fill in this bag. Okay, lots of cans over here, and not shampoo, soap bottle probably, or alcohol, no idea. Feels like glass, so it's probably alcohol. And my bag is full. Nothing will fit anymore. Slipping down. There we go. Another bag secured. I can really just stay here for all day because I'm quite recharged anyways over the holidays. Even though I am quite busy at the moment. So honestly, later on, I probably won't gonna be uploading some videos for like 2 weeks maybe, because I have some assignments due coming up. So I need to really lock in. So I won't be able to do any litter picking for at least 2 weeks. So obviously I'm not ever gonna stop probably. I'm gonna do this until I'm gonna break something probably. because why not? Hello, Merry Christmas, by the way. All right, we have some Asda stuff, so yeah, more theft evidence. And we have more medication over here. Well. Doxycycline. Accord doxycycline capsules. No idea what that does, but we have it here. Cool, very cool medication. We're finding a lot of medication. Very interesting. Get rid of these cables, honestly, because they're annoying me a lot. It's just such an eyesore, you know? When you look at this nonsense over here. It's crazy just how much junk there is in here. Whoa. And get rid of this plastic container. And last time I found this thing over here. I want to know what this is. Alright guys, I have an idea. A light bulb. That's just crazy. Break this plastic bit, at least bend it so it will fit in the bag. Place it inside like this. Lots of metallic rods over here. No idea. Bring them probably up instead. Toss these things over the fence. And now I'm going to do things a little bit manual because there's a tape, measure tape over here dumped. Measure tape, and we have another stick over here. Now we're gonna toss it all the way down. And more branches over here. Down. More wood. Small piece goes to the bag. Why not? Yeah, it's just someone probably dumped their gardening branches over here. I'm gonna toss this stick as well. Down. Furniture piece goes back to the furniture pile over here that some schmuck dumped over here. Let's see, what kind of a bag is that over here? Dragged into the barrow of some probably fox over here. Yeah, actually we might actually have a fox house somewhere nearby here, because every time when I walk in the morning, very early in the morning to work past here, I see the couple of foxes roaming about. And we found ourselves another book over here. 2030. How today's biggest trend will collide and reshape the future. Oh god. Such stupid things people read. More cable. Ay. Okay. Plastic. Yeah, this spot is literally a junkyard, honestly. The people that lived here, or still live here, they're treating the spot as a junkyard. Because there's lots of stuff still buried deep in the soil now. And I believe if you would come here with a shovel and start digging, then a lot of a treasure would appear in here. Take this cable roll over here into the bag. Evidence of Northbrook Street Hulk over here. Not good indeed. Dumping evidence in open sight like that. I'm gonna face zero consequences in this world, but in the next world, oh, they're cooked. They will be cooked. Trust me. Whatever. Anyways, one more bag complete. Okay. There we go. Sticks down for Canal Trust to take care of them if they will, and convert wood to like firewood and sell it to the boat folk. What's going on over here? Some kind of a piece of plastic. Just keep climbing up, collecting a bunch of junk. Look at that. Someone's birth test thing. No idea what's the result, but it's dumped over here. Why do you need to do a test to check if you're pregnant or not? Like, just use protection. Or just close your legs. And what is this? We found ourselves a tiny skateboard over here. the transport method. Very cute, very cute. Some poor kid lost it. All right, let's just pick up a bunch of litter from here. A mop stick, yep. Okay, I'm gonna pick up some cables again. Piles of cable dumped by specific kind of people, and I know who exactly. Unfortunately, it's cool that they are practicing their free will, making choices like that. I respect that, but consequences have to be basically placed in. And I think I discovered another diaper over here. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, another diaper. And we have some Kinder shell over here, empty. Some glass bits over here, some kind of a plastic bits. And we're gonna take this thing over here. Porcelain. There's lots of treasure in here, unfortunately. It's gonna be a long video, honestly, today. It's crazy. Another bag complete. Like, they fill in so fast. Down we go with the wind, with Mother Nature. Good, it didn't rip. Nice. Burning calories, you know. Getting a little bit exercise on this slope, improving my stability and mobility. Leveling up everything in here. My slope climbing skill is gonna be insane soon. Even though they already are kinda-ish insane. Okay, need to pull out this branch over here. Down it goes. All right. A fork fell out of the bag. So we found ourselves a fork. Cheap one. Very cheap one. Too bad. Gonna get this cable over here, insert it into the bags because it's just such an eyesore. Unbelievable the kind of an eyesore this is. And there's more cable rolls over here. There we go. It's annoying that people are like that. And what is this? Look at that. A cheap imitation of a ring. We're keeping that one as a trophy. Interesting. Cheap imitation of gold. So we found there's always a pen over here. I'm not gonna take it. Don't need it. I have like insane amount of pens in my home. Paint container over here. More jars. That's just the common house littering. So fly tipping situation here is insane how bad this is. And I just found something very funny. Look at this. Look at this. A minion. Tiny minion. Nah, I'm not. Yeah, litter. If it was like a 3D printed figurine, I would keep it because that actually I like to find as a trophy to keep. But yeah, looks like this adventure of today is pretty much complete. I'm just gonna gather some of the cotton to finish up the bag. Some branches honestly need to be cut off because they feel dead, really. Obviously, after years of litter, pressing them down into the ground probably killed it. Just coming here with a saw to cut them off probably would be a good idea. To allow the tree not focus on these branches, because look, this is definitely needs to get cut off because the tree doesn't need this one. It's just draining it for no reason. Maybe someday, but not likely, gonna maybe bring a saw and take care of some of the trees over here. And oh la la, I found an angel, and that's a keeper, definitely a keeper. So, but it's cheap clay or paint falling off it. Gonna keep it, why not? Okay. Oh my arms. Okay, angel, I'm going to save this angel. So at least I got another trophy for myself in terms of figurine kind. Here comes the most boring part, which is carrying all these bags to the bin to dispose of them. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm going to take off my backpack now. Take one glove over from here and insert this angel inside so my backpack wouldn't get painted like my gloves just did. So we're playing very smart over here. Fold my litter picker now into the backpack. Some are lighter, some are heavier. So we're gonna carry them quickly by the bin. Maybe just do a little exercises, why not? There we go. I'm gonna leave them a gift. Okay, we have 5 bags over here. So I got 8 now. Wait, so I miscalculated. I did 12 bags today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Holy mother of nature. Talk about volunteering. Ah, there we go. Here's the socket plug over here. Mother Nature is gonna be super proud of me. Oh my goodness. 12 bags, 2 hours. So we're gonna secure the branches and then we're gonna leave as an extra loot. Okay. This tree over here to the bin as well. Not sure what they're gonna do about this tree, but it's not my problem anymore. This tree should have been taken care of by the council, honestly, probably. But we're gonna secure it instead. There we go. Gonna finally get rid of this stick as well. And there we go. Bunch of sticks. Let's check how long I've been here. I've been here for 2.5 hours. So 2.5 hours and we have 12 bags and lots of wood. So I would count this wood for 2 more bags, maybe 3. But yeah, Christmas gift for the Canal Trust. And there's a tire over here, tossed over the pole over here. So we're gonna over as well. So tire number 2 secured over here. So we started with the cycle and we finished with the cycle. How symbolic this video is. There we go. Let's see if we have enough time to go and climb up and carry some bags from here to the bin, because we already have a slope situation here as well, but this slope over here is too steep to work. But yeah, look where they just dumped all this crap over here. Why not just secure it somewhere by the bin or whatever? People just really leave all this junk over here by the fences. Then these bags get torn to pieces by foxes or animals, and then these littering scatter into the slope. You see, folk, what's happening in this Birmingham city when the rubbish collection is not consistent. This is what happens. You get a mountain of everything. I just don't understand why can't they just bring these bags to the bin over here, where they would be more secure. This spot needs some kind of a... The council needs to find these people, really. Just find these people, because this is just absurd amount. And what is this? Some kind of a stupid golden fork over here. Plastic, this is. This is the result of Northbrook Street, people. And yeah, look just how bad this situation over here is. It's just mainly because no one collected litter, I think, for 2 weeks now because of the Christmas holiday. You have this entire mountain over here. It's horrible what's going on in this city. People just can't keep the bags into their own yards, you know, store them somewhere safely. No, they just have to dispose of it now in a very, very inconsiderate way as well. But yeah, anyways, Northbrook Street mission complete today. 2.5 hours spent over here, secured quite a good amount of litter. So yeah, with God, all things are possible. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, comment something nice and subscribe. And also, thank you to you, Ian, for a shout out. Yeah, I really do appreciate your shout out. And I'm really glad that you find my approach to this litter very, very funny. My main goal is to entertain you people and at the same time just expose what kind of a shithole we live in. It's not a shithole, it's just the people. The city is beautiful, it can be beautiful, it's just the people themselves are pathetic. Thanks for watching again. Thank you for the shout outs, I really appreciate you, love you all, and I'll see you probably next 2 weeks because I have a lot of university work to do. So I promise you next year there's gonna be a huge amount of content coming out. With that, yeah, Merry Christmas. I hope you received all the beautiful gifts, everything. I hope you're happy. I wish you nothing but peace and Happy New Year, and may God bless you all.